What is up, guys, and welcome back to episode 4 of the Still an Alpha podcast, the 332nd best podcast on the interwebs. I am joined by the usual crew, Rudy, Ricardo, John, and myself, Ryan.
4!
And I have no idea what today's topic is. What the? Can you not? I have no idea what today's topic is, so today we are going to listen to John talk about masturbation. Take it away, John.
That's gonna have to be a no for me, dog.
I can't believe how much you fucked it up, Rudy.
You can edit my audio out. You do know that. 4!
Oh my god.
Well, we can't really edit your audio out because he kind of responded to you. So if we edit you out, people are responding to nothing.
Rip.
Yeah!
This is not what I had in mind. I apologize.
You know what I didn't have in mind? You know when you jerk off with one hand and then you switch to the other hand?
I thought we were going to talk about Forza.
Yeah, 4 is my masturbation techniques.
That doesn't even make sense. You tried to force it too hard.
I liked it.
Oh. What about switching hands?
Switching hands, like when you switch hands during mid-masturbation, but then you realize when you switch, it doesn't feel right, and then you just get flaccid again.
I love that we're talking about this.
Okay.
Alright, back to Forza.
Are we really doing this?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Look, I did a good intro. We're keeping it.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. We're not talking about masturbation though.
Who played?
That's a later episode.
Who played the Forza beta?
Not me.
I did.
I downloaded it, and it kept crashing on me, and then I realized I had to update my drivers, and then I updated my drivers, and it played well.
I played my
liked
first game ever on Ultra, and it was phenomenal.
Doesn't it feel so good
Oh.
to be able to hit Ultra?
PC Master
Fuck
Race.
yeah.
I played Rocket League
60
on Ultra.
FPS.
Does that count?
No.
Yes, it does.
The only thing it has in common is that it has cars. That's about it. But it's a good-looking game, man. Like, when you start off in autumn and you're driving down and you see the view distance, it's fucking gorgeous.
And the music they played, bro, is so perfect.
Actually, no, it's not perfect because I tried to hit the sheep and I couldn't hit the
I
sheep.
did the same thing. You know they have chickens in the game too that you can try and run over.
What?
Yeah.
They're like juke masters.
Yeah, pretty
It's
much.
kind of frustrating. I wish, like, just let you hit them, but you don't have to put blood.
I hit the deer though.
Doesn't that get you?
I
Like,
100% hit the deer.
oh shit.
Yeah.
I have one question.
They don't react.
Can you do custom soundtracks, like put your own music in it?
It's actually an interesting
sure you
question. I mean, technically, you're on PC. You could just turn off the music and then play your own.
Yeah, I heard
No,
that
I-
was built into like Forza Horizon 3, but they took it out or something.
Oh.
Wasn't one of the things I missed about the PS3 is a lot of games that actually let you play your music off the PlayStation.
No, Xbox did it better. Xbox was like, let's say the game didn't support it, still you can play your music. Doesn't matter.
I used to do that in Grand Theft Auto. Like, you had that channel where it could be like computer file music.
Mhm.
So I would do that. And I used to do it in Metal Gear Solid 5. If anyone played that.
Yes, I know what you mean.
You could replace the music file for the chopper and just play whatever song you wanted. It'd be hilarious.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
So, this new Forza game, is it mostly a single-player game?
No, it's multiplayer all the time, I think.
Okay. I just found it interesting you said it always started off in autumn. Are the seasons
Well, like-
client-side?
Well, for the beta or like this demo, it like starts off by like putting you in a race, and it like every like 2 miles it's gonna like give you a little video and then switch the season. So you're seeing this huge new feature of the season switching.
So it's
You
really
get a
just
different
kind of
car.
demoing it.
Yeah.
Right, but
Yeah,
when
it's
the
demoing
game
this
is
intro
live,
race.
it's going to be switching seasons every week for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. But it just gives you this like teaser in the beginning, and then you finish this race, and then you get to pick a character. They all look ugly, by the way. Like, they don't do people good at all in this game.
That's usually true for a
and
lot
then you
of
kinda-
racing games.
Yeah, you kind of play the demo after that.
So
Yeah, everyone looks stilted and fake.
Yeah.
So you say it's online multiplayer. Do you like stay like in the pack? Let's say like if I play with you, we're always in a race together.
No, you like cruise around on your own and stuff.
Is
Yeah,
there an
it's supposed
option
to
of
be
single
like-
player?
I'm not sure. It's supposed to be like 72 players per server. I think you're always supposed to be with people online. I'm not sure if you can be a single player by yourself.
I feel like it's like Grand Theft Auto Online, but you never leave your car.
That's
Well,
good.
Because
a
like
better
you
example
meet
would
up
probably be
in
the crew, then.
places. Yeah, basically like you meet up in places to start the events and stuff.
I really wanted to be able to get out of the car and walk around, but then I think
It would be nice.
how close are we getting to Grand Theft Auto then?
At
Yeah.
that point, you're
Plus-
basically GTA.
Because then people are gonna want to shoot the deer like me.
There are other things you can do. Like I know you can buy property in the game, like buy houses and mansions and shit.
Do those count as like save points?
I'm not sure, but I hope that you can at least walk around inside those houses or something.
So like Grand Theft Auto Vice City, we're talking about. Like you buy the house, but you really don't do anything in the house.
It's a save point when you buy it in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's about it though. It's for convenience.
So what kind of stuff do they have you do with the other players?
I didn't get that far.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I was just wondering if it was going to be like Burnout Paradise, where you guys like they had some things where it'd be like, all right, 7 of you line up between these 2 ramps, and the 8th person jumps the ramp. You know, stuff like
I
that.
don't think
rather
they're
than
gonna
just
have
doing
that kind of
races.
thing.
You could probably
I
finagle
would like
that,
that.
but you won't get rewarded for it. Like you could just do it for shits and giggles, I bet.
That'd be
I don't think
cool.
Forza is made for that kind of thing. I think Forza is just made like as a community hangout for car people that want to play a game or something.
Oh,
Like it's mostly
Oh,
about
really good,
cruising.
though.
do they have a editor so you can make your custom paint jobs?
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
That's what it's known for.
So
Ever
if I-
since the first one.
So if I want like my waifu on my car, could I do that?
Who's your waifu?
Yeah.
We'll talk about another episode.
Oh.
I really liked how it handled though. I'm using this Xbox One like aftermarket controller. That was like $30.
Oh,
Felt really
I just
good.
bought the 360 receiver to use with Forza because I don't want to shell the money out for an Xbox One controller.
oh no, they're like $80, right?
Well, mine was cheap and it's like a good solid model. So I'm happy. It was like $35. PDP, which I've never heard of, and it hasn't
Wait.
broken yet.
I'm too
PDP
afraid.
makes the instruments for Rock Band. Or at least they used to.
PDP?
Yeah, PDP.
Well, yeah, this is a solid feeling controller, and I dig it.
I'm too afraid to buy third
I
party.
Me too.
Don't be. Don't be.
No. I have a good story about this. So, me and my friend always play 2K all the time, and my little brother dropped my controller inside a picture of IC. I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
What the fuck?
And it was a
Have you heard of a lid?
exactly. I don't know how, but anyway. So I went to the store. I was like, "Fuck that! I'm not spending $40 on another controller. Let me buy the aftermarket, like for $20." The amount of controllers I bought and returned and bought, I should have just bought the official controller. I think I spent $80.
I've never had that experience. I've only had bad experiences with like my PlayStation 3 controllers just dying.
Mm.
I just don't use my PlayStation
But
3.
here's the thing though, one of the aftermarket controllers that I bought the first time still works perfectly. So it's like, it really is a toss up. Like you could get one that will never die on you, will be perfect, but you'll get one another one dies. You gotta turn it back, it dies. It's like, ugh. And then the worst part about it, it works well for at least the 30 days until it's like 2 months after when you can't really return it. It decides to not work anymore.
Do you dudes, you guys don't fuck with steering wheels?
I
I
would
have one of the steering wheels. I think it was for the Gran Turismo game. And
I
I
would-
just always had issues trying to find the dead zone for it. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes it would be okay, but a lot of the times it would be pain in the ass. Also,
Yeah.
the force feedback, depending on what surface you were using for the wheel, it would jerk too hard. It would end up turning my table or something.
I would probably buy a steering wheel if it wasn't more expensive than a controller.
Yeah,
That's
they're
also
pretty
an issue.
pricey. That's the thing. Yeah. Ooh. Did anyone play Battlefield? Is that it?
But did they do another beta or
played it.
something?
Well, it was the beta that was last week.
Oh wow,
I think
that's
from like
recent.
the 8th to the 12th or something.
Had
What,
no
did they
idea.
show off different game modes? Because I know they had their not totally battle royale
Yeah.
one like a month or two ago.
They had the grand operations that you could play, so I did that with my friends. It was fun. I digged it a bit. It was nice. There was huge frame rate problems though, which I don't think it was tied to my graphics card. I think it was tied to the game being unoptimized because my buddy has a 1070, I think, and he was having problems,
Well, that's a
which I don't think he should be having.
Okay.
that's a pretty
Alright.
big problem because that's higher than the consoles. So
Yeah.
I'm sure
Because
they're
it was
gonna
like
struggle.
certain, like certain areas of the grand operations. It was the snow map. I don't know what it was called. We were just getting some crazy lag for certain moments.
They probably got to
that.
chill out on the particle effects.
Yeah, But I was like talking to him about how it's not even like a beta because I couldn't find a way in the game to report a bug. So it was really just a way to hype up the game.
It's all
and have it play
marketing
a little
now.
early. Yeah.
Unless something goes
Yep.
viral on social media saying, "Hey,
That was
this is
pretty
a
blatant.
huge game-breaking bug," it doesn't get fixed.
Yeah. But I dig it. And again, I'm happy it's coming out in November because I can play Red Dead more.
How is that going to help you play Red Dead more?
Because it was originally going to come out on the 19th.
Oh,
And I
okay.
felt
I didn't realize
compelled
they
to buy
changed
them
the
both.
release date.
Yeah. Well, it was in between. I think it's like close to Call of Duty and Red Dead, so they moved it to November. Something like that. They were saying like they had all these news articles about how they were unhappy with the pre-order amounts, and I haven't pre-ordered it either, so I'm one of the people that they're mad at. So they put it to November to hopefully increase sales.
I feel like the lower pre-order numbers should be good, though. People really shouldn't be pre-ordering games in a day and age where it's not hard to get games.
Absolutely.
Like, I remember back in the day, I would pre-order a game because, like, if you didn't get the game.
I pre-ordered Red Dead, even though it's easy to get it.
Or
Because as much money as Rockstar has,
or
I absolutely have to have the $100 version.
it's a funny thing you bring that up. The pre-orders. I don't like the pre-order thing. Only time I pre-ordered like Amazon Prime, which they switched their program now. Before, if you pre-order it, they give you 20% off the game. Like,
Oh,
okay,
that's
fine.
interesting.
But now they changed it. Changed it. If you pre-order a game, you get $5 or $10 back now. But you after an Amazon store credit. So like,
So, like, a kind of soft rebate.
yeah. But the best program right now, I don't know if they still goes on, but there's a Best Buy game program where we could buy. It gives you 20% off new and used games at Best Buy.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know why I haven't gone to Best Buy and gotten it yet.
I guess Best Buy is losing a lot of business to Amazon.
But
'Cause
like
the last time I went there, they didn't have anything like that.
But here's my thing about pre-orders is this: it's stupid because now they give you like a bonus. It's like, hey, here's
Yeah,
your
that was when it
pre-order
really
bonus.
started to get bad. I want to say that was like back around like Call of Duty World at War. I would say like that's when that stuff started happening.
Right. But here's the thing: like the pre-order bonus is like something that even just breaks the early levels of the game because it makes it easier. And it's like, was it designed for you to fly through the first couple of levels that quickly, or was it we just made the first level harder for anyone who doesn't pre-order our game? Like, it's like these two different things.
Yeah,
Just
people talk about like pay to win loot boxes being terrible, but really the pre-order bonuses were probably the first example of pay to win, where it just
right,
made some of the early levels in games absolutely trivial.
especially where a game where XP matters. Like I know some games like, oh, you get a bonus 300 XP or you get double XP for the first weekend if you pre-order the game. It's like
That's pretty
once you
big.
yeah, it's a big unfair advantage. So like let's say it's like a system that matters and your XP decides if you're better than someone else. Because I pre-ordered a game, I'm better than you. Not because we both got it day one, but because you decided to, commit to it before a review came out and I waited till a review came out. I'm behind.
Yeah, it's not really fair to the other people.
Also, like in different too, it's like games, like the WWE games, they like hold back actual wrestlers, like actual characters in the game. That if you pre-order, you get this character, and like someone who actually you do want to like. That's the reason why you buy in the game. Like, what? It's like this is the person that should be in the game already, and you're telling me pre-order. So it's not like you got the like this wrestler came out after you were done programming the game. This wrestler existed when you started programming the next game, and yet you took him out and make it a sense to do a pre-order.
Yeah, that sort of stuff kind of also goes back to like when they started doing the day one DLC. It was like people literally get the game and like check the files and be like, your upcoming DLC is already on the disc. Like what the hell?
That
Like
was
it's there. You're just
Devious
unlocking
thing.
it for me.
Yeah,
It's like you
that was a
finished
big
it already.
thing. The big thing was Tekken versus Street Fighter.
Or were they the
They
first
had-
ones to do that?
They got caught because someone pulled the files up and they saw, hey, there's characters in here already that you're just pulling out. I'm like, how's that fair? Like because someone and then their response was, well, we want to make the online experience very like not like unstable, and we had different characters. Like when you add, you know how some games when you add DLC to it, they put you in a separate group just for make it easier to like. Okay, you only play with the people who have the DLC now.
It is interesting how different games handle that. I remember the old Call of Duty games, maybe the new ones too. I haven't played them, but they would kind of separate the lobbies based on who have what maps.
Right.
Yep.
But whereas if you play Smash 4, Super Smash Bros, they'll make you play with people who have Bayonetta even if you didn't pay for it. So
that's how it should be.
It kind of locked people who don't play Bayonetta out of that online aspect because you just get your ass kicked by her.
Well, also too, it's a great promotion too. Like you made a character DLC. Don't you want other people to see this character in action?
Oh yeah, I mean, especially if they make the character S tier. You go play online, you're like, wow, all those new characters are just really strong. Maybe I should spend money.
Mm-hmm. Well, even though like that made sense, Bayonetta being DLC made sense for Smash because Smash came out and that's when they got the Bayonetta thing and they were going wild with it. You know.
Oh yeah, for the most part, they were fine in who they chose as DLC and the timing of when it came out. I mean, they released a full product.
Oh yeah, more than a full product.
I was just using them as an example of someone that, regardless of who does and doesn't have the DLC, everyone gets to play together.
Mm-hmm.
Quick reminder: Forza Horizon 4 comes out in 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh, it's only 2 weeks away.
Oh.
The more you know.
I'm curious if you're gonna like the game, John, because you seem to be more of a Burnout person than a Forza person.
John, say goodbye to Windows 8, boy.
Oh, I'm gonna keep Windows 8 as long as I can. Oh. I'm gonna see if there's another way for me to play it on Windows 10. Maybe I'll upgrade my laptop that I don't use and just run it like 2 frames per second.
I was just gonna say that. Upgrade your laptop.
Hey Ryan, what car did you pick out of the 3?
I think you know which one I picked.
Focus.
It was a Ford Focus, an Audi TTS.
The Audi, you picked the Audi.
And a Charger. Yeah, I picked the Audi.
I picked the Charger, boy.
I knew you would. John's gonna pick the Focus, and I don't know what Rudy's gonna pick actually.
He's gonna draw a BMW on the screen.
Right.
Yes, I'm gonna put BMW. Give me it.
My girlfriend was watching me play, and she said it's cheating that it has that guideline on the road.
Oh, that's bullshit.
That's usually a setting you can turn off in most games.
Yeah, you can turn that off.
Yeah, I told her. Yeah, I was like, you can probably turn that off, and you get more rewards from it.
Yeah, no, there's.
And it's not that important for Horizon, I feel.
Well, when you say rewards,
not a simulation.
Well, what kind of rewards did they have for you?
Well, I just know that in the older ones, like Forza Motorsport 2 and 3, like if you turned off that guideline, like you would get like maybe 20% more credits.
Yes,
right.
He's
that
right.
Stays with this game too.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
He's right, and you could turn off. You could choose what you want to turn off too. It's not like if you turn off like completely. You could have, okay, I just want it for when I have to do turns, or I just know. Like I like that part of it.
But it seems more forgiving though than the Motorsport series. It seems like vaguely arcadey, but not completely.
Well, that's the theme of Forza. That's the difference between the Forza versus the Gran Turismo, which is like the big, like those two big.
Yeah.
Both of them had it, but Forza had the active one, like actually real time. I think Gran Turismo picked it up. I'm not sure. I played both of those games to like even to the PS3 era, Xbox 360, and Gran Turismo fell off. It's not the same.
Yeah, they seem to drop the ball. They used to be like the gold standard for racing simulation.
And then I remember I played Forza 2 was the first one I played. Like, wow, this is not bad. It's like I still prefer Gran Turismo, and then they get Forza 3 was like, oh no, Gran Turismo, you better change this stuff up. Well, the biggest thing with Gran Turismo was this. I think what Gran Turismo 4 did, they had 2 types of cars. They had the premium cars and they had the regular cars. And the premium cars were all the cars they designed just for the game. And the old cars were just designed they pulled from the PS2 version of the game and just dropped it in there. And then you noticed. It's because you couldn't go inside the car. Like, I was like, oh, that's... But I could say you wanted to tout you have over 1,000 cars. But wouldn't you rather have, like, 400 cars that all of them you can go inside and have 400 cars you do it and 600 cars?
It's not like the 400 wouldn't already be in there with the quality. They're just saying in addition to the ones they spent more time on, they brought over the other ones as well.
But it's still, it was something that it was weird. You think yes, it's like it's cool. I get to play the car I had in Gran Turismo 4 and 5. That's cool. But at the same time, it's like, do I really want to drive this car?
My two takeaways from racing games. I really wish I could play the game effectively in cockpit mode because it's so immersive, but I can't because I
Oh,
suck ass.
I feel like that's
you're
always a field of view issue for me. Whenever you're actually driving a real car, even though you're not like you can't like totally see your mirrors and stuff, like you have pretty good vision. You can like
Right.
see the sides of you while still looking forward. Whereas when you play in cockpit view in video games, you're looking through the windshield and that's it.
Yeah, like I wonder how much better it is like in VR.
I
or
would love to
something.
try a racing game in VR. I can't wait till I can actually afford to do that.
I tried a racing game in VR once, but it was more like a demo kind of thing.
We're
I don't
able
even
to
know
see
what game
around
it
you a lot
was.
better.
Yeah, kind of. I'm not a huge fan of VR as it is, but it was an interesting experience.
Actually, because you said cockpit view, it'd be awesome if they had lobbies that you only could play in cockpit view. Like it's the only camera view you could.
That actually would be
race
interesting. It's kind of like when PUBG had their first person only view lobbies.
Mm-hmm.
Really changed up that whole game.
Oh, it's still alive.
The game? No. The game dies next month when the new Call of Duty comes out.
Oh, of
Yikes.
course.
And there's an actual polished battleground.
But
Yeah.
they knew it.
Black Ops
you knew it
4
was
is gonna
happen.
win by a fucking operating. It's like, wow, it turns on. That's good.
Do you think? How about this? Do you think mid cycle of Ops 4 they make the battle royale mode free?
I don't know exactly how they would do that because it is only 1/3 of the game. There is standard multiplayer and zombies as well.
Well, like Fortnite.
But I guess like
Dude,
I guess you're right. Fortnite does have a separate game mode.
that no one plays.
I suppose I don't know what they're doing in terms of like loot boxes potential. I don't. Is there even loot boxes in the game? I haven't actually checked that out. But like, if they do a free version, obviously you have to monetize it somehow.
If here's I'll tell you this: if Ops 4 loot boxes are all cosmetic, they could put themselves back on the map.
Well, I think the last game or two of Call of Duty have had loot boxes in it, and I'm sure I think it was like Overwatch in a sense, because I remember seeing like victory poses and dumb stuff like that.
That's cool. Do that. I feel as long as you don't put, hey, you only get this gun in there. I'm like, no, we're done. We're done here.
I think
You guys
I'd
are
maybe
buying this
rather they
game?
did a Fortnite version of monetization where you just pay for the skins, because I don't really like adding a gambling aspect to your game progression.
Was that right?
Are you guys buying COD?
I plan on it.
I-
I don't know if
I
I'll
want
buy it
to.
at launch.
I don't know if I will. I don't think
I wasn't
so.
planning
I
on
haven't played
it.
a COD since Modern
Oh.
Warfare 2.
How about this? Let's talk about what games are we looking to buy. Clearly, we're gonna buy Forza 4 Horizon, but like
You
what
know
else?
what I'm buying, boy.
Red Dead Redemption.
Smash
Red Dead
Bros.
Redemption.
Ultimate, Black Ops 4 probably.
Actually, speaking about Red Dead Redemption, I have a story to tell you. So I went to GameStop yesterday, and I bought 2 games. Cause I went in there because like it was on my break, and I wanted to get some fresh air, so I went to GameStop. And
I went to
I
GameStop
was
for
try-
fresh
You went
air.
to GameStop to get fresh air. It smells like wet carpet and body odor in there.
Don't worry, we'll discuss my choices of fresh air places another episode. But anyway, I went in there because I wanted to grab Kingdom Hearts 2.8 because I was finishing up Kingdom Hearts 1 on the final mix one.
Is it
I was
actually
like, hey, I
called
want this.
2.8?
Yeah, it's called 2.8.
That's ridiculous.
Well, the first game is called. Let me pull it up real quick. The first game is called Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 Remix. So they call when they released another one, they called it halfsies. So but this one is like a prologue to the third one, but it's not really a full-fledged game, so they call it 2.8.
0.8 is such
They
a
round-
weird numbering convention for an
Well,
entire game.
they didn't want to.
I forget if I said this before, but whoever names the Kingdom Hearts game needs to be killed.
Probably true.
Well, it's the same people who named the Final Fantasy game, so let's leave it at that. But anyway, I bought this. That's one game I bought. But listen, to this, the second game I bought for 20. Oh, yeah, both those games were $20. The second game I bought was Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition. Now, I know it's a really good ass game, but here's the point that I want to stress out here. I didn't buy this game clearly not day one. I didn't buy this. Clearly, this game has super amount of DLC in it. But look, if you bought this game day one and you're trying to buy all these DLCs, you're probably spend over $120 of it. I waited, and I got this shit for $20. Like, how is that fair?
Patience is a virtue, my dude.
As I say, it's kind of an early adopter fee in a way.
Like, but you get punished. It's like a punishment in a way.
Don't ride the hype train unless you're really hyped.
But like, if you don't buy it day one, you don't support the game either. Like, they need the day one. The day one sales is the one that really dictates, like, how successful you are. Me buying this.
Well, if consumers actually stopped doing that, it would change the trend of the industry. I mean, the fact of the matter is everyone buys it day one, and that's why they look at that number. If people actually waited even just a week, if they were like, wow, 90% of our user base doesn't buy it till the second week, what happened? Then that would be what they go by.
Well, this is me not knowing anything about, I don't know how much they charge for their DLC or whatnot, but like even I'm like reading right now, you get the Frozen Wild expansion, Cajun Storm Breacher's outfit, Mighty Bow, the Trader Pack, all this stuff. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, I feel like I'm stealing this game off their shelf. Like $20. First of all, I'm surprised the damn thing was $20. It's like, whoa.
Can't really feel bad. I mean, so much time has passed.
Yeah, when
did
that game come out?
For it to go down.
I think
it came out like early last year.
Yeah, early last year. He's right.
That game came out at least at the same time as Breath of the Wild, right? Because I remember people doing comparisons.
Yeah. And Breath of the Wild is much better.
It was. Yeah. It showed all like the depth Breath of the Wild had.
As far as like doing something new in an open world game, Horizon Zero Dawn's like good game, but more of the same.
Well, if my argument gets out, it's back to the DLC. DLC shouldn't be paid for.
You said DLC shouldn't be paid for?
It should be free
for
DLC,
any game.
And for, like I can't like if
you
bought it day one,
make extra content beyond the original scope and give it to you for free.
All right, here's my thing. If you committed to buy day one, if I bought this game for day one, I should have you should get DLC for free. If you buy it outside day one, all right, whatever. Or the 2 week
that's an interesting concept. I mean, I'm not sure it'll happen, but I do like the idea that the early adopters get in on like the DLC. I mean, in a way, Burnout Paradise kind of did that. The first year of the game, they had all the free DLC. Now, granted, they technically never made people pay for that. But, like, if you bought the game early, all the updates the first year were totally free.
Actually, going back, that should be the pre-order bonus. You pre-order the game from us, you have all DLC for you is free. We give you a DLC pass. There. That's how you fix it. Therefore, because, like, even a game like, I forgot, another big one, Destiny. For one, wasn't like if you bought it day one and bought DLC, didn't it like total to $200 you do into the game?
That sounds pretty believable.
Yeah, I do recall that.
And it was like a wolf, like
stuff like that is probably why Horizon Zero Dawn is only $20 now, because they already had people pay a bunch of money to start, and that money's tapering off. I mean, if it was full price right now, you probably wouldn't have gotten it. You got it because it was $20. That's why games come down in price.
But even if they put $30 for what I read on the back of this, maybe someone will put it in the comment section like, "No, you got gypped. You should have waited for this, whatever." But like, maybe there's a reason why this version is $20. Maybe there's another DLC out there or something. But it says complete edition, so I feel like they're done with it.
I don't think there's anything else out there. It's reasonable for it to be that cheap right now.
Well, actually, Borderlands, the Game of the Year edition, the second one. They released it, you thought you had everything, and then they still releasing more content on top of that. So it's like another game.
So really what they need to do is come out with Game of the Second Year edition.
Which they did.
Did they?
Yeah.
No.
Greatest of the greatest.
No. To be fair, like, let me clarify on this. They did it for the PS4. When they jumped from PS3 to PS4, they made the Handsome Jack collection, which they added 4-player split screen to it, and you had all the content. Which the 4-player split screen was actually the main, like, selling point. Like, wow, you have 4 buddies. Here, we brought back couch co-op again.
I mean, they already had 2-player split screen in that game.
Yeah, but 4 players? Oh, that brings like imagine like Mario Kart, but we're playing Borderlands. I think it was at 60 frames still. I think the frames didn't drop when they went to 4 screen for the game like that.
Well, that's a big statement. I'm wondering if that's actually true.
I hope so.
In this day and age, people do not like doing split screen, period, let alone 4 of them and at 60 frames.
Yeah.
Mario Kart 8.
Mario Kart 8 is not 60 frames at 4 player. It's only 60 frames at 2 player.
I would screen one.
I was agreeing with you. That I was like, I forgot the cough before night. Like Mario Kart 8, like you notice it. 4 players, like, oh boy, here comes the 30 frames. Uh.
Dude, you know what game I missed now that we're talking about split screen? Fucking Fusion Frenzy. I love that game.
Oh my god,
Bruh.
that's the best game.
Ryan,
That's
Ryan.
the game.
Fusion Frenzy.
Twisted System,
What?
bro. Twisted System.
You know,
I love that game.
how you play
It's
this?
so stupid.
The sequel sucked for Xbox. I remember 360. I bought it. I was like, I'm so pissed. The tower. I love that tower.
I remember the game where everyone's in a ball and you have to hit each
Sumo.
other. Yeah.
Yes.
I remember
love
like
that.
every fucking game.
That game was awesome. That was like a good party game.
They should. I wonder if is Xbox backward compatible to that? Yeah, it could.
They are very good with backwards compatibility.
Yeah, they became Nintendo with that, the backwards compatibility.
Okay, next hangout we gotta play Fusion Frenzy.
Of
Okay,
course,
sounds good.
Of course.
You gonna dig it out? You have your.
Yeah, but somebody needs an
Yeah.
Xbox.
Or Xbox
I
One
mean, I have
X.
I have a 360 Elite that I never use.
Maybe my Xbox works still. I don't know.
Hey, if they drop the X price to like $250, I'll get it.
You can get the 1S, or what's the basic ass one for like? You can get it for like $200.
You get the
Can't
no,
you?
if you want the you get the basic one for $150, I believe. Like the
Oh
one,
really?
yeah, like the day one of the console that came out. I'm pretty sure, or at least 200. But like, I wouldn't get that. I would get the S, right? I don't know. It's the original, the S and the X.
Yeah, the S is like the budget version.
The S is like the one that they needed the performance to kind of match the PS4, but then the PS4 released the Pro, and then they released the X to compete against the Pro.
Now that I have a 1070 Ti, I can't go back to console. It's impossible.
Oh no, you can't.
Well,
I have-
70 Ti, boy.
So I have Overwatch for both PS4 and PC. I still try to play the PS4 version. Doesn't work.
You know, there might actually
Yes,
be something good for you in that department. Blizzard said they're looking into the possibility of letting you transfer skins between console and PC.
Ah! I could finally get my Origin Edition skin, and Ryan can't throw that shit in my face anymore.
I didn't throw anything in your face.
Oh bullshit!
You did
Walk
wear it
around
in
with that
front of
fire
him.
skin. You walk around with that fire
I
skin.
walk
Fuck
around
you.
as in I use the skin that I was given. You never got that skin?
No,
I don't
he
have-
didn't. Only on console.
Oh yeah, console.
Because you need the special edition to get it.
Yeah, and I put the code in via PC to try to get it on the PC. They said, "Fuck you." We sent it to the PS4. It's linked. Both of these accounts are linked because you have to link it to your Blizzard account, and they still were like, "No, we're not giving it to you." And then whenever they have Overwatch like half off, right? They have for $30. I still sit there, but like, is that a good deal, John?
What a good deal.
The Origin skins for $30.
Are you
or Lucio
implying
skins.
you want to get a new account for one skin? So essentially a $30 skin?
Well, it wouldn't be a $30 skin. It would be a bunch of skins for $30.
What are the other skins?
Captain Amari.
Captain Amari is free. What are you talking about? I have Captain Amari.
Oh, there's a not that one. Sergeant Reyes, the Reyes skin you get from there.
Oh,
You get
the Blackwatch Reaper?
Yeah,
So there is at least two. I know there's a few of them.
the soldier skin. Him, with the blonde hair one.
Oh, that cat was it Morrison his name?
Yeah, Captain Morrison. Yeah, Sergeant Morrison.
I guess there is a few then.
And then there's one more. Does Widow have one? I'm pretty sure Anna has one. Anna has one for that one.
Well, it's not
And-
Captain Amari because I have that skin. I don't have that version.
Yeah.
Are you looking it up now?
Of course.
Well, while you're doing that.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
We have. Okay, this just sucks. It just took me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really just took me out of what I wanted to see.
What did you? I don't understand what you found.
I clicked on it. Like, okay, it had a list of it. Okay, here we go. You get the Soldier has a skin, Reaper has a skin, Bastion has a skin, Pharah has a skin, and Tracer has a skin.
So I guess that's a few.
So 5 for $30. That comes out to $6 a skin.
It's a lot better than Fortnite's rates. But speaking of expensive skins, you want to talk about that new Somber skin?
Oh boy, the $50 skin.
Essentially, I mean, I have no other reason for a Blizzard virtual ticket. And for those who don't know, Blizzard has a con every year, BlizzCon, and you can buy a virtual ticket to participate online. There's a bunch of stuff you can do with it, but the most important thing is that games you care about get like a special skin. In past years, it's kind of been like, it's just a repainting of the skin, who cares? But this year, the character Sombra in Overwatch got a very interesting Diablo 3 themed skin, and it actually looks freaking sick. But if you want it,
It's sick.
it costs $50 to get that ticket.
I have to see what this looks like.
Oh,
It
look
looks
at
like
it.
Demon
It'll
Hunter.
be-
It's really good.
Yeah. And it was like the one thing I was like sitting there like crying about. Like, hey,
It's one of the coolest
Wow.
skins they've ever made.
right?
Those look cool.
And it's $50.
Right?
I
And it looks
have
off.
seen some articles that said a year from now there might be a free
It should be
version
free.
to like a free way to get it, but that's a whole year for us skin. Who knows if the game will even be alive by then?
And please,
Yeah.
please let it be free. Or even if it was $15, I would buy it. I don't even care. Like, as a Diablo fan, seeing that irks me.
Oh, it doesn't even. That's like the only like goodie they tell you you're getting so far.
Yeah, they haven't announced the
Yeah.
rest yet.
This stuff's coming.
Well, I can tell you the goodies right now. You're gonna get a pet for WoW. You're probably gonna get wings for Diablo 3, and you're probably gonna get another skin for Heroes of the Storm. That's it, right?
Another skin of what though for Heroes of the Storm?
It's probably who plays Heroes of the Storm. Let's start
Oh
there.
my.
Ooh,
Well, they also have
And-
Hearthstone and StarCraft are on that list.
yeah.
And for StarCraft, you get to play on the Korean servers.
Oh my. I'm sure you could already do
That's-
that if you want to. If you want to have a ridiculous
I know.
ping, I imagine.
So what else should we talk about?
Let's talk about how
How?
I saw Jurassic Park: Fallen Kingdom in a drive-in theater.
Oh,
Where is this
Drive-in
drive-in
theater.
theater you go to? What the fuck?
It's
Yeah.
in Warwick, New York, which kind of already allows you to triangulate where I could live. But I don't give a
I don't know what you want to say.
I was like, why did you say that? Why did you give away your position?
Well, I'm trying to rep the place. It's in Warwick, New York, and it's a drive-in theater. It's awesome because it's $11. You get 2 tickets for a double feature, and it's 2 new movies. So if you have the energy to stay for both, it's awesome.
Are you allowed to say the name of the actual place?
The name of the drive-in?
Yeah.
That's actually an interesting
I
question.
mean, I think it's just called the Warwick Drive-In.
Hmm.
I think that's what it's literally called. Yeah, Warwick Drive-In.
Free promotion.
It was really cool because there happened to be a spot right in the front that I could pull into, and everyone puts their car into accessory mode. But some people are idiots and they don't know how to do that, so you get lights that go on all the time. So that was the bad part about being in front, because you're getting these lights hitting your side view mirrors. But it's almost like the best of both worlds for me, having never done a drive-in, because you don't get that outside chatter, and then you tune into the audio with your radio, so you get really good sound anyways.
I guess that does
I
cut out
highly enjoyed it.
It cuts out the notion of like there being a sticky, gross, loud kid next to you.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. The only kind of annoying thing is whether or not you could like sit around in your car that long, especially if you're gonna watch like a double feature. That might be the only thing. That might get a little rough.
I mean, that's
But
where
I
you go
enjoyed it.
get a pickup truck and then back up and just sit on the
Yeah.
couch in the back of your pickup.
Absolutely. Yeah, I definitely want to do it again for like another movie, like maybe like Captain Marvel. Or something.
That actually sounds
it's
pretty
such
cool.
a cool way to watch movies. We should all do it.
Yeah, I'll be down for that. I'll be down for it. Plus, too,
It's
I
so
get to
fucking lit there. Like it's so jam packed. Like you have
Plus-
to get there early.
Plus, I'll be able to masturbate in my car while watching.
Oh,
it.
Okay, well, ignoring that, do you want to actually transition to Captain Marvel since you just brought it up? Did you guys see the
I would
trailer
love
that
to,
dropped
but
today?
I didn't.
You didn't see the
trailer.
trailer. Okay.
Whoa!
I also didn't.
There was a trailer.
There's a trailer that came out today.
Yeah, I didn't
Wow.
see it. I'm so
Wow.
sorry. I meant to.
How?
I saw it at work. I'm looking at it at work. I'm like, shit, I gotta watch this when I go home, and I totally forgot.
Well, it doesn't show a whole lot in the trailer. I mean, it's a trailer, really. They're not trying to give away the whole plot or anything. But, they show you what the character's going to look like and whatnot. They also kind of imply that it's happening in the past because it starts off by showing a blockbuster video.
So, or just start showing stuff that there's not a pile of dust that we have to look at.
Yeah, they don't show Infinity War spoilers.
Spoilers.
I mean, if you didn't see Infinity War, it's your fault.
You know what struck me today?
It's kind of true.
You know what struck me today, and I don't know why I thought of this, and I never thought of it before. Thanos could have snapped himself.
I was actually wondering if the glove,
Yeah.
is immune to the actions of
There's
itself.
snap protection.
I thought that was kind of interesting.
The glove is a condom for snapping.
Have you guys seen the new Ant-Man and the Wasp movie?
No.
Oh, okay. Because the after credits in that, there's kind of an implication that basically in the after credits, Ant-Man gets stuck in the quantum realm because all the people outside of quantum realm let him out. They turn to dust. So it's kind of implied that because he's in the quantum realm, he may have avoided the snap.
Mm-hmm.
Right. This is something Doctor Strange saw.
Quite possibly.
Well, because it was an Ant-Man movie, I avoided it at all.
Oh, wow. Yeah, not a fan of Ant-Man?
No, I just,
I saw the first one. Cool.
I need to see it.
Anthony is the best.
You know what? No knocking. I can't knock on something I haven't seen.
It has a nice different vibe to it.
Yeah. I agree.
Like Guardians of the Galaxy vibe?
Well,
Not really.
at this point, if I would say different, that wouldn't be different. Because once Guardians came out, a lot of other Marvel movies tried to copy that vibe of being colorful in 80s music.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Guardians has a great vibe, and I'm glad that movies like Ragnarok copied it. But Ant-Man's something else.
Yeah,
Not
I
that
kind of
it's bad or
judged
anything.
Ant-Man just by like the superhero itself, and like I don't know. I did the same thing with Guardians. I did the same thing with Doctor Strange, and it turned out those were some of my favorite Marvel movies, especially Doctor Strange. He became like my favorite superhero.
I love when he does that like 10-armed Hindu god shit. It's like so cool. It's like one of the coolest effects.
I wish it actually lasted longer. He gets
It's-
knocked out of it almost immediately.
It's the no hype train. The no hype behind the movie. Like, when your expectations is, like, not there, and you go watch it, you get blown out the water. For instance,
I don't know. Civil War had a shitload of hype with Spider-Man being there, and I really enjoyed Civil War.
well, I mean, you can't fuck it up. There's some
Actually,
movies...
wait, why the hell is that my example? Infinity War is the example. That movie had a decade of hype, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
No, there's some things that you can't fuck... If you have the right people, you can't fuck it up. Like, you have to work hard to fuck it up. Like, Like, but there's movies that are good, and the movie that... For instance, Captain America 1, I saw it. Went to the movie, there's hype behind it, saw it. I didn't like that.
The first
so
Captain
much.
America is one of the weakest ones out of the whole series. That and
So,
Thor 1
it
and 2 are
deterred
pretty
me.
bad.
And it deterred me to go see the second one. But I
Winter
went, all right,
Soldier
let me
was
go see
actually
Winter Soldier. Amazing movie. Like, honestly, it's on my list on the top of the movie. Like, definitely in the top 6 of the movies that Marvel's pumped out. That cinematic universe has pumped out.
Yeah, Captain
Also,
America
thinking
1
that-
was so forgettable that when they showed Red Skull in the Soul Stone scene of Infinity War, I was like,
Who? This guy showing?
Yeah. I didn't watch Captain America, so I like had to ask my girlfriend, who is that?
Well, I have a funny story. When I first saw Avengers, I saw every movie except for Thor. So I was like, oh shit, Loki's here. I don't know anything about Loki.
Oh, you mean the original Avengers?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess it probably would have been decent to see the Thor movie before then. Although I think when I saw the Avengers movie, I called Avengers 1 just Iron Man 2.5. Because at least in terms of movies that had already come out, Iron Man was really the only thing I cared about.
But I'll say this right now: Thor Ragnarok ruined every Thor appearance for me. If he's gonna come in with Immigrant Song, it doesn't matter.
That's really the only thing you took from that movie, huh?
Well, they played it enough.
They
Well,
played it twice.
his entrance at the end of Infinity War is way more badass than any entrance in Ragnarok.
I'd have to agree with that.
With that fucking axe, like Groot axe.
Comes in with Stormbreaker and just basically annihilates all the aliens.
Straight
Almost
So you're telling
single-handedly.
You're telling me Super Saiyan Thor in Ragnarok entrance is better? No.
Yeah, when he became
Super
Raiden
Saiyan.
the first time, it was pretty crazy, and it took me
It's
by surprise.
fucking badass.
Yeah, That's the best entrance of Thor. Second is Infinity War's entrance. But again,
wait, I'm confused
like,
what you're talking about. When you say the Super Saiyan thing, obviously you made his eyes go blue, right?
Yes.
In Ragnarok, that only happened twice, and I wouldn't call either one of them an entrance.
Well,
so now I don't know what you're talking about.
His form entrance, when he
Are you talking
on
about
the bridge.
on the Bifrost Bridge?
Yeah, it's a Bifrost Bridge.
Okay, I mean, not really an entrance.
When
but
Immigrant Song,
it's cool. For sure.
When Immigrant Song started playing, all right, they knew what they were doing when they played that damn thing again. They were like, "Yeah, we need this."
Well, I guess if we're still saying what was his best entrance, I mean, Infinity War has to win because it's actually an entrance.
All right. Semantics.
It is a semantic. I'm sorry.
Someone made a Reddit post about how like Thor Ragnarok was just Thor retelling what happened, but making it sound good because it's really tragic. I thought that was a really cool way to look at it. Because like if you think about all the things that happened with like everyone who dies in like Thor Ragnarok and what happens with Helya, it's all really sad. But the movie makes it so lighthearted that the theory was that this is what he's telling his people, but it's like a tall tale now because that's how he's coping with.
Oh, you're
all
saying
the
like all the happy, colorful stuff is actually just like through the lens of Thor's mind.
It's his embellishment in telling the story, yeah. Which I thought it was an interesting way to look at that.
So Thor never really had those cool lines when it actually happened?
Well, this is a theory.
Those cool lines about his hammer pulling him off.
Speak about hammering.
Hammering.
See, when I hammer my cock during masturbation.
Oh
right.
my!
I'd rather continue talking about Ragnarok.
Banned.
You've been banged from Club Penguin.
That shut down, right? Or did they?
Yeah, it's done.
I feel like didn't they reopen something new or something? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm sure the Club Penguin people found a new place to go hide out at. Try Roblox.
There was like that point in time where people were speedrunning how to like getting banned from.
Oh yeah, it was just a couple seconds long.
Yeah. But they were like, it was like becoming like this like joke where it's like, you know, I position my mouse over here so I can like click the button faster. It's just getting silly.
It's a shame no one will ever be able to top that record now that it's gone.
Yeah. So, I mean, like someone's got that world record. Like I don't know if it's on any websites.
Hey, you know what they need to bring back? Shockwave games.
Shockwave games.
I want them. Yeah.
You realize Shockwave is an old
Shockwave
version
games.
of Flash?
I want Flash games.
Flash games technically still exist.
I used to have
And they're
Shockwave
moving
Media.
towards HTML or other things,
Game.
but
I mean, HTML5 is where it's at.
then why do you want Shockwave? You just contradicted yourself.
No, I want to play
Memories.
Shockwave game. Thank you. He knows what I'm talking
You can
about.
find those
My
games
like
somewhere.
favorite.
I'm sure someone's uploaded them on some game site.
One of my
Actually, that's-
favorite online games was Dexter's Labyrinth, like my Shockwave game. I
Ooh.
love that game.
Now, something
was
like that would probably be on Cartoon Network's website, and I don't know if they would actually keep all their old games up. I miss their old Kick the Can game. I don't know if that's still out there.
Oh,
Cartoon
wait.
Network used to have this like 4-part resort game RPG. I fucking loved that. That was so awesome.
Oh man, you see, like that, like those games back then on those websites. Actually, my favorite one I just remembered was the There was a SpongeBob game where he was making burgers.
Yeah.
And
That's the example I try to use when I try to describe what Overcooked is like to people. I was like, it's that but multiplayer. And then people are like, oh, I never played that. I'm like, I don't know how to talk to you.
I guess we talk about rules for dating. Do you know SpongeBob? Yes or no? No. Swipe right.
There's a meme about that.
Are you talking about the Keenan and Kel? She doesn't know who loves orange soda. Which at this point, actually, that might not be the metric. Because that joke is itself years old.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the new metric is.
Something Disney Channel something.
I'm like legit trying to think of what the metric is.
Do you guys watch American Horror Story? Because the last season premiered.
I don't.
Oh, was it? Was it lit? See, I stopped watching the season.
I didn't watch it because I don't have actual television, so I have to wait until it's on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can watch it.
Just stream
I
it.
saw mixed reviews. You're right. I should probably stream it. I saw mixed reviews, which is sad because I've seen season 1, 2, and 4, and they were all pretty good.
Wait, you skipped 3?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. 3 was Witch's Coven? You
I think-
skipped it?
No, that's 4. I think 3 is.
Did you skip
Three
3
is
because you
Freak
work
Show.
at Valve?
No, Freak Show is 5. No.
I wish.
Wait,
Actually,
wait.
I don't want to work there. It sounds like a horrible place to work.
It's
Does it?
Season 1's Haunted House.
Apparently, like, there's like all these things coming out where the people are saying that it's like you really can't, like, how do I say
Wait,
this? Like,
freeze, everybody. Ricky here is putting misinformation out there.
Misinformation.
Yes. Season 1 was Haunted House. Season 2 was the Asylum. Season 3 was Coven. Season 4 is the circus thing.
okay, so then I watched
It's-
the first 3. I'm sorry.
No, lie. Season 4 is the Louisiana, and season 5
Freak
is
Show.
the Freak Show.
Okay, yeah. So I watched the first 3 then. I
Yeah.
thought Coven was 4.
Oh, because 5 is the last one I saw. Because that was the last one where Jessica Lange is in, and I was like, peace.
Well, she's in this new one now because this new one ties into
Oh, they need her back.
1 and 3.
Yeah, 1 and
So
3.
she's in it. Yeah, she is back.
All right, I'm watching it. That's all I need to watch that show.
Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed their like takes on storylines, especially the first one. Like,
Oh yeah.
it was pretty cool.
Well, they did what I call it the Once Upon a Time effect, where they took all the fairy tales and put their own twist to it. So they took all the famous horror stories and put their own twist to it.
Right. I was
Speaking
so sad when I found out Zachary Quinto is a bad person in Asylum.
I know.
I was so upset about that. But
I
anyways,
feel like I would expect him
good
to be
show.
a bad person. The
After
first thing he was
Siler,
famous
yeah.
for was Heroes. And he was like the
oh, I
bad
didn't
guy.
know that.
Well,
I
for
didn't
me,
know that.
Heroes only season 1 existed. Everything after it.
You jumped even after season 2?
I mean, I watch all of it since season 4. I'm just saying my memory stops at season 1.
I feel like I gotta go back and watch the show now. I don't remember disliking season 2. I know it got
The
weird
problem
when
was-
they were like at like the carnival and they were already talking about canceling the show.
No, because
but
here's
that was
the
like
problem. The
season
problem
3 or
was
4.
Skylar was his
Siler.
name? He
Siler.
Siler should have died season 1. That was the problem. They brought him back, fine, but then made him take everyone's fucking power, and he became just super. He became, I don't know, some godlike thing, and then it's like, I mean, we could blame the writer's strike, but still, that character itself was the reason. Like, that was pre-writer's strike, even when they kept the Siler, whatever character going.
Okay,
Like,
just Siler.
he just, it was boring.
And they made
The
him good
character-
after that or something, right?
Yeah, they made him good, and then he came bad. It's like, oh, I was like, it just.
Boy, I'm really forgetting the specifics of this show. It's been a while.
Well, here it is: save the cheerleader, save the world.
Well, everyone remembers that part.
And then we saved the cheerleader just to see the cheerleader get caught anyway. And it's like, did we really save the world? Like, let's go through this again.
Yeah, I just realized that show had a lot of, well, in general, a lot of parallels to X-Men, but like the notion of save the cheerleader, save the world. At least with X-Men: Days of Future Past, that was kind of the same thing going on with Mystique. Because it was like, oh man, if they get Mystique, then they'll use their blood to do experiments and shit. And that was kind of what was going on in Heroes, because they wanted to get the cheerleader's character, Claire. That was her name.
Man, they need to do some, like, maybe they're doing it. I think they're the show, but they're not some dark ass X-Men show. Like,
I don't know much about it, but is that what
Legion-
Misfits is about? I have some
Is it?
friends.
That's
that
what I'm
watch
saying.
that.
I'm not sure, but yeah, that storyline in general it can't be like bright colors. You make it dark. Holy shit, best thing they could put on TV.
So you want it to
And
be
if they're
directed by
doing-
Zack Snyder?
Oh, of course.
Do you know who Zack Snyder is?
Oh, the guy who did that show.
Good save. I feel like that would be better if I just don't explain it. People watching will understand who Zack Snyder is and be like, wow. Let's just say you probably either watched and hated or avoided watching movies he directed.
I loved one of his movies.
Which
One of his movies?
His older
One
stuff?
of his movies. Yeah.
Let me take. Oh, wait. No, he sounds like a person.
Yeah.
Wait, did
Go
he
with
make
that.
I know. I think I know. Actually, I think I know. Did he do like Superman or some shit like that?
Aw, look at
That was
Rudy.
a very
learning.
solid guess.
No, you know why I remember it? Because
Like watching a baby learn how to walk.
no, because I remember I didn't see it. I remember someone said that if they ever made a Dragon Ball Z movie, they would need to take that him from it and direct it. Because I
Dude,
heard
that's
the
what
fight
I've
scenes.
always said since Man of Steel came out.
I could definitely
But did
see
he
that.
do-
That would probably be the only
But
thing
wait.
to redeem Man of Steel in my eyes.
But here's my thing. Did he do Batman versus Superman? And that shit's so.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
He was in charge of
Oh.
Martha.
Oh no,
Martha.
he's doing Flash in 2020.
Eh.
Wait,
Did
there's
he
supposed
do
to be an Aquaman this year?
Yeah,
That's
Oh.
sad.
yeah. He's instead of riding horses, he'd be riding dolphins.
Oh, it's coming out at the end of the year, December 21st.
I think I've given up on those movies now.
Oh,
I
of
didn't
course.
even bother to watch anything since Man of Steel.
I
Wow, you
think
got out
the fact
early.
that
Yeah.
I spent money to see. I saw Batman vs Superman.
I saw
spent
Batman
money for
vs
that.
Was-
Superman in theaters just because I was hyped because I wanted to see Batman win, which he pretty much did.
Wait, was 300 Rise of an Empire good or no?
Oh, wait, the sequel 300.
Yeah, equal to
I never
300.
saw that.
Yeah, I didn't
So
see it
wait.
either.
So they got 300 more dudes to show up.
I guess.
It was a lot more than
Something
300.
like that.
I'm
Like
just
20,000.
Let me guess. There was
Or
two kicks
more.
in the well. There were 2 kicks in the well this time around.
No, they actually paved over the well because they realized the hazard it was to have a giant open hole in the ground.
That's hilarious
Oh,
if you're
thank
not
God.
making that up.
No, I don't think they did.
I want.
I want this to be true.
Hear me. I make a decree. We lost too many babies to this well. So now
Yeah.
we're actually going to use it as a well or just pave it over with cement.
Wait, he did Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Gahul? What the fuck
wait.
is this?
Also, we're looking up Zack Snyder
Uh,
movies.
Yeah, I'm on his Wikipedia.
I see. We'll see what he did.
Legends.
Oh, he did Watchmen. Oh,
That's
what I
one
was
of his better
saying.
movies.
That's
Oh
one
my
of the
God.
ones that I liked. Because
that's his best movie.
it's a pretty faithful
Yeah,
adaptation.
yeah. We need a Watchmen of X-Men.
Can we have
Like
a
that.
Watchmen night where we watch it?
Yeah.
A group viewing? What do you fucking call those?
Circle jerk.
Let's.
Friends.
There's blue
Cookie.
penises in there. It's a circle jerk. Oh,
And we'll play Cookie at the end.
I don't know what you mean. By
You don't want to know what he means by that.
I need to read the book again. It's such a good book.
Is
I
there a
love Dr.
graphic
Manhattan.
novel? Because I can't read.
Yeah, it's a graphic novel.
Okay.
It takes a long time to get through though. It's long. Yeah, Watchmen was good, and OG 300 is good.
Mhm.
What else do we want to talk about?
You know what came out today? John's favorite service, Nintendo Online.
Yeah, nice.
It's not nice. It's
Oh,
a letdown.
Never mind, I take that back.
It's a letdown, if anything.
Are they still using friend codes?
Yes.
They
Everything
Oh my
Nintendo's
God.
ever done wrong with internet is still happening, and now they're charging money for it.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
hey, guys! Our Shitty Online service.
Have you ever
Well,
wanted
this way you
to
have to
pay
for
a
it.
monthly fee for your cloud saves?
Oh, Jesus. I saw
You know?
something about that.
And not every
So,
game
like,
gets
part-
it. Like, Splatoon players are really mad right now because they don't get cloud saves. So
Mm-hmm.
people, I was just reading a Reddit post, they're making like a Thanos joke that like, it's like, oh, when Nintendo's done, half the user base will still exist.
Oh, also too, here's another funny part. I heard if the service ends for you, you lose your saves.
I heard mixed comments on that. People are saying you could get it back if you start paying again. I feel like that sounds untrue. I feel like there will be a certain amount of time Nintendo's just going to delete it. They're not going to keep your stuff forever if you're not paying.
You know what? You know why I'm surprised they don't do? Speaking about
Free online? Not
that,
having a phone
but,
app
like,
to talk to people?
that. But like, okay, let's say I don't know if they do it again, but like Borderlands 2. Oh no, you can do it. You can, but you have to do some modding shit.
Where are you going with this?
But let's say, so all right, Borderlands 2. Let's say some reason I own it for PC and PS4.
I have it
should
for
allow
PC
me-
and PS3.
Yes, two different consoles, you know, if you have a cloud save, you save via the cloud. Maybe you should be able to. Let's say I'm on my PC, I can play with that same character.
They should allow that. In this day and age, I'd say Sony's probably the only thing standing in the way of that.
Ugh, fuck Sony.
You could say that, but really, it's whoever's winning the console war is always like, oh, I don't want to do crossplay. That doesn't get us money. Like, if you're winning the console war, you're just in the position to say F everyone else.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? Xbox didn't do that.
What are you talking about? They totally did that.
Well, they had like
we could have had crossplay
Shadowrun.
Call of Duty back in the day, but they didn't want to do it.
Sony
was literally like, yeah, let's do it, because they were behind. So like, they were like, yeah, let's do it. Now they're in the head, and they're like, no.
Well, who's a big hypocrite?
Oh,
now?
they both suck.
Like, I feel like Sony. I'm mad at you now. I'm mad more because they set the precedent, and you were behind. Like, oh no, fuck you. I remember Fortnite. Fortnite, you have to make your own account and shit. You can't use the same account you use for a different one. A different console.
Yeah, Fortnite was the big one with the crossplay with Sony. Like, they really screwed that up basically as much as you possibly could.
So, like, no one plays Fortnite on PS4?
Oh, that's probably not true. I assume a lot of people probably do.
But, like, you can run a Fortnite on a potato. Like, I would play on PC.
I mean, why not? There are people that for some reason will play it on their phone and then connect, like, a wireless keyboard and mouse. Yeah,
what?
That blew my mind.
What?
I guess they want the edge over the other mobiles.
Oh boy, I think I just had a headache.
Welcome to present day. Things are weird.
Oh boy, am I
Yes.
old? That's the first time I'm just old now.
I mean, really,
we
only
go
thing
on
it
to
takes
eat.
to feel like you're old is to just say Fortnite in a sentence.
The Fortnite?
Did you say the Fortnite? Now you actually sound old.
Yeah.
I feel like kids make fun of you for saying the Fortnite.
Kids make fun of you on buy the premium skin on Fortnite.
Yeah, they shame you for being they call it a no skin.
Wasteful. Shameful for me for not being wasteful with my money. The game is free. Why should I throw anything into it?
To support the game.
Here's my support for the game.
We can't hear you give the middle finger to your computer.
On that note,
Is it time to end?
yes, it's time to end.
That's a good thing to end on.
All right, we'll see you guys next week for episode 5.
I apologize for Rudy's behavior on this podcast.
We all do.
Yeah, for sure.
So masturbation technique number
Ending.
6.
All right, see you guys later.
And-
Bye.
See you later.